what's up? I'm back with another video. This is Exquisite Truth Television and I am Jessica Elise. Before we go any further, please stop whatever you are doing, like this video, subscribe to this channel. I sincerely appreciate you. Yay! So in this video, I'm going to talk about why I decided to lock my hair. I began looking into locks approximately 3 or 4 years ago. So it's 2020. This would have been 2016, 2017. I started actually looking into it and really strongly considering it. I would say 2 or 3 years ago, I started taking the process seriously. That is when I began to watch lock videos on YouTube, follow locticians, and then I also began to pay attention to different lock enthusiasts on both YouTube and social media. Definitely this process of like looking at different YouTube channels and social media channels, it just helped me to kind of understand the versatility of locks. And what do I mean by versatility? I learned about the lock to part ratio and different parting systems, and this helps to determine the actual size that your lock will be. What I did not know or had not even considered was that there was like a lot of literature and books out there specifically to tell you details about locks. Not just the history of locks, but like literally like learning about like why your lock part should be a certain size and what size your actual lock will be because of it. These are all things that I had no idea about. I was exploring this journey for the first time for myself, and it hadn't even crossed my mind that there was literature on this topic. But I guess you learn something new every day, right? So I also learned about how things look in the premature lock stage versus in the mature lock stage. So what's kind of cool is a lot of lock videos people have captured over years. So some folks like myself are just now starting out, but then you can kind of go back and see people who are still going through the journey, but they've been in it for 4 years or 2 years, so on and so forth. But it was kind of nice to get a variety and kind of see, okay, this is what your hair looked like when you started, and this is how it progressed over time. And it's just interesting. I also learned about the different sizes of locks. So there are small locks, there are large locks, there are medium locks, then there's like micro locks, and micro locks are different from sister locks. So there's so much information to explore out there. Get to searching. I also learned about different locking processes such as semi-freeform lock, and then there's freeform locks, DIY locks, a DIY micro lock, and a lot of times those look very similar to sister locks. And sister locks are like on a particular system, so you have to pay a specialist to do it. But the DIY locks, you do it yourself, and they look very similar a lot of times. So yeah, I didn't know anything about these things. And I just want to add, I don't really go into detail about each thing that I'm mentioning for a particular reason. I do not consider myself a lock specialist. I am someone who put locks in their hair and has had a certain set of experiences and has a certain type of hair. And I can speak to what I've done and what I'm doing, but I think that I just want to encourage people to search for information for themselves and become knowledgeable to an extent that makes them comfortable. I can honestly say that the best advice that I've gotten on my lock journey is to do research, and do more research. So I actually met a woman, her locks were so pretty, and I'm highly considering it, and I just still hadn't committed to the idea. But she came in and she just talked to me and was like, okay, how many videos have you watched? How much have you read about it? And I just was like, I probably had watched 100 videos. She was like, well, watch more. And she was like, don't just watch locks, watch videos of loose natural hair. She said, just watch hair videos in general, and then watch all types of lock videos. Like, get all types of perspectives and opinions. She knew what she was talking about, and I'm so glad she told me that, because I took her advice and I'm so glad I did. I will continue to look at different videos and see what's out there, what other people are doing, and I'm so excited that you're looking at my video. I'm likely one of the people on your list, so keep watching videos, you know. So here are some of the things that I learned about. I learned about locked naturals and loose natural hair. I also learned about like hair curl patterns. So my hair is, I believe, a 3C 4A, and I say that because Well, I washed my hair yesterday, so you can kind of see what it looks like now. But it's about a 3C. It's a looser curl pattern, and then usually over time it kind of shifts more into like a 4A. I don't necessarily feel like I've seen a curl pattern that directly represents what my hair looks like. So I'm still kind of like, okay, if it's something different, then why would that be? Also, I took a picture of my hair when it was wet, and I took that before I started my locks to kind of show what my curl pattern was when it was hydrated. So then there are hair density levels and texture type, and this is the circumference of your hair. So this is like when you have fine, medium, or thick hair. And then there's hair thickness, which is the physical size of each individual hair strand. So this is referring to the diameter of each individual hair strand. So I put all these things together, such as my hair curl pattern, the density level, the physical size of each individual strand, and then together you can kind of see what type of hair that you have. And I say this because you have to like do a combination of the three. I've seen people who have like a similar curl pattern as mine, but then the density level of their hair is usually much higher. I'm like a medium density. The individual strands of hair are not really coarse either. They're more like in a medium. So I know these things all come together and make a difference in terms of like what loose natural hair I can kind of compare my hair to. And then also when looking at locks to kind of see how my hair might look in the beginning and towards the end, which really worked out for me because I was able to identify someone who had similar hair to me. And although that person had a higher hair density level, their hair looked very similar to mine. So I was able to kind of use that as a gauge to like, okay, what should I do with my hair? How many locks do I want? What type of parting system do I want? And like, how might this look in a few months? You know, I was kind of able to gauge, and so far so good. Like in terms of the person that I've been watching, I'm like, okay, this is actually coming out like to really be similar to theirs, but it's still just my own hair and I like it. So it works for me. This all helped me to understand my hair and gave me insight to what my hair might look like with locks and why they would look that way. It just helped me and like reassured me as to what my hair might look like if I commit to this journey. So hopefully that's helpful to someone. Okay, so now I'm gonna provide a 1 month update for you all. So here are some pictures and some video clips for you to check out to kind of see what my hair journey has been like. Unfortunately, I did not take a moment to just take snapshots of it, but I did a few pictures towards the beginning, and I also did some pictures that were like workout videos. So you can kind of get my hair going up and down and all around. I will try to take more pictures for you all moving forward, okay?
Take a sip, you gon' trip. I'm like a cup of shroom tea in the morning. Coat your throat like hot honey. You gon' need water, then want some more of me. In your head, you gon' slip, 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 slip. I love on you, and then I leave you lonely. You want to get to know me. I'll agree in exchange for your soul, please, baby. You taste like maybe, baby. I need guarantee. Let me try to show you. Maybe you would say yes to me. Sit me down, shut me up. Looks like you need a refill in your cup. Sip it slow, slow your roll. Your eyes, they tickle hold a piece of my soul. You made me go. Back and forth, road to road, side to side, up and down. It's gonna be hard.